Welcome to the Bluenose, and here we have another Football Manager 2021 experiment. It's been a while since I've done one, but we're just going to do another quick one today. What we're going to test out is we're going to make Pep Guardiola the worst manager in the world. So a lot of people call Pep Guardiola a fraud, and I don't see why. I mean, he's won every trophy in football pretty much. But people claim that he's always had it easy with the transfer budgets. He's always been at clubs with lots of money and lots of great players. Maybe they do have a point. Now we're going to see if Pep Guardiola would do any worse if he literally had the worst attributes in the game. As you can see, everything is 1. He's not good at any staff roles at all, and pretty much every attribute, like even in staff details, is 1. He's obviously got 20 temperament and 20 controversy. And every single attribute he has is 1. I've also extended his contract to 2025 just to make Man City suffer a bit more. He might get sacked actually, but we're not going to think about that right now. We're going to see if he can actually get another job in football if he's able to get sacked. Like, I'm not sure even any League 2 clubs will take a punt on him. So we're probably going to simulate to January and see how Pep Guardiola's Man City is doing. We're going to see what type of transfers he makes. We're going to see how they're doing in the league and what sort of formation they play. So without any further ado, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so I'm back. I'm in the 6th of February, and Pep Guardiola having literally the shittest attributes in the game doesn't seem to have affected him that much. Unless he's been sacked, of course. He hasn't. He's still the manager of Manchester City. You have a look. As you can see, I actually forgot to say that I did freeze attributes, so he can't really get any better than this. But if I actually do look at his tactics here, he is playing pretty much the same thing as before, isn't it? He's in the 4-3-3 DM wide. I can't actually see the roles he's using. But if we do look at some of their results, they seem to be playing decent football. Like this game against Brighton, they won 4-1. Getting quite a few shots, but they did get outperformed in expected goals. But it doesn't really seem to affect Manchester City at all. Did it affect his transfers? I only made one signing here, unless he was at Man City before, but I don't think he was. Are they really doing that well? I mean, they've lost 3 games. They lost to Newcastle. Like, if you're getting bet off by Steve Bruce, you probably do have 1 attributes and everything. They've done alright season. I mean, you'd expect them to be near the top of the league, but considering they literally have a manager that's literally got the worst possible stats, they could be doing a lot worse. So we're going to simulate to the end of the season now to see how Pep Guardiola's Manchester City end the season. Okay, so I'm back. We're at the end of season 1, and Pep Guardiola's managerial masterclass was able to actually get Manchester City into the Champions League, but they fell quite short of the title. So did every other Premier League club actually. Liverpool far and away winners of the league, 89 points. Man United in 2nd and Man City in 3rd. As you can see, Pep Guardiola is still the manager. He wasn't sacked, he didn't leave. I actually saw while I was simulating that he was linked with the Barnet job. So Barnet literally tried to sign the manager who was in the Champions League. We need to see some of the results. In the Champions League they lost to Marseille, which isn't really that good. Well, to be fair, Man City did lose to a French team last season. They did actually win the Carabao Cup, so there's that. That hasn't changed at all, has it? Because Man City seem to always win the Carabao Cup. They're probably going to win it again this year. So they were actually able to get top 4, but they fell quite short of winning the title, which I'm sure they would have wanted that. As for Pep, his attributes are still 1. Actually, it should have took away his Continental Pro license. I don't know why he still has that. Can I even change that? I'm not sure if I can really. But anyway, since I've not been doing this video for long, we actually are going to simulate 1 more season into the future. We're going to see how Pep Guardiola does for his 2nd season. Will he even be at Man City next season? We'll see if he's probably moved to a lower club, like he was linked with the Barnet job. And if he does get sacked, that's probably the type of job he'll be getting. So without any further ado, we're going to be back in just a minute. We're going to simulate to the end of season 2 this time. Okay, so I'm back. This is the end of season 2, and the top 3 has remained the exact same from last season. Liverpool, Man United and Man City. This time Man City were a bit closer to the top of the league, but they still fell short, finishing 3rd once again. They still have Pep Guardiola as a manager, So I think it's just proved that stats don't really matter for AI managers at all, really. They can still qualify for the Champions League. His stats are still the same as before. He's still got one current ability and one potential ability. His reputation's increased, obviously, as it would being the manager of a Premier League club. But if you look at some of Man City's results, they've done well enough in the Champions League. They did get to the quarter-final. They won in that. In the semi-final, they won in away goals, and they lost to Borussia Dortmund in the Champions League final. Holland was the one that scored a penalty to win the game for them. But maybe for this experiment to progress a bit, because we're just getting the same results, what we're actually going to do now is we're going to terminate Pep Guardiola's contract. So he's going to be unemployed now. We're going to find out to see if he can get a managerial job elsewhere. So we're going to simulate one more season into the future, and that's it. And we're going to see if Pep Guardiola can get another job in management. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so I'm back. And I've just simulated an entire season into the future for nothing, because he's yet to find a job. He left Man City in 2022 because I terminated his contract. He's not even found a job at all. Well, I don't see why anyone would hire him, considering these are his stats, and his reputation, I'm guessing, isn't that high. So as a reputable manager, but according to this, he's only got half a star reputation, but he's still got a Continental Pro license, and he did get Man City into the Champions League, but they actually suffered without him as well, dropping down a position to 4th this time. They have Bielsa as their manager. But anyway, that is probably going to be it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe if you're new here. I might do more experiment videos like this in the future. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.